Okay, so I know it would be quite silly to do the whole video in a Grim Reaper outfit here going on. Yeah, I'll tell you why I'm dressed like this. But anyhow, first I'm gonna take all of this off. Why don't you just look at me for a little bit? I wonder if anybody's gonna go on you now and see this and get scared. Oh, no viewers yet. Oh well, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting for everyone to go on and scare them. So, anyhow, I had a really bad night last night, and, anyhow, my point is, this, virginity thing is taking such a huge toll on my mental health to the point where, like, you could do the littlest thing and it will literally, like, upset me. Like, this all started when we were supposed to walk the dogs yesterday. I can't talk about this real loud, but, and I went, and my dad was fixing a light bulb in here, which I never told him to. And then he, like, snapped at me, and I swear to God, it ruined, like, my whole entire fucking night was ruined, and everything was going fine, you know, up until then, and, because this virginity thing takes such a huge mental toll on my health, that I really try to keep things upbeat and positive all the time, because if one thing goes bad, I just, like, melt like ice, you know, there's something in me that gets triggered, and I was literally, like, crying for hours, and I was also crying when I got up, and, there's something that I realized last night is that I don't feel human anymore, you know, I just don't feel human anymore, okay? And, I was looking this up on Google, and, somebody posted the same thing under the, subreddit for depression, that they don't feel human anymore. It's obvious that, it doesn't take a lot for me to get depressed because of this whole thing with being a virgin and just how much I really don't want to be a virgin, you know, and all this waiting that I've had to do and everything, and, you know, it's made a scar on my mental health, and it's not to be taken lightly, it's not to be taken as a joke. Okay, so that's why I was dressed up as the Grim Reaper, because this is my new way of coping with this, because I figure, you know what, if I'm the Grim Reaper, and another mask that I have is I have, you know that movie Scream, and the ghost from the movie Scream, that's another mask that I want to get out and start wearing, but, it's buried. I tried to find it. I can only find this skull mask, and I said, you know what, that's good enough. I have to wear a mask. I have to be somebody besides myself, because I cannot deal with this anymore. I cannot deal with it alone, let's just say. Okay, but anyhow, if I'm not human, there is no virginity. There is no sex. You know, if I'm a ghost, monster, I mean, I can't say that for animals, because for animals there's sex or whatever, but if I'm not human, if I'm somebody besides myself, you know, if I'm just something that's not human, and I can actually trick myself into believing it, you know, there is no virginity, there is no sex, so there's nothing for me to hold on to anymore. You know, but anyhow, I actually posted a couple of pictures this morning on social media of the Grim Reaper thing. I posted it on my Snapchat, I posted it on my Instagram, and anyhow, every day, if not every, I don't think I'm gonna be doing this every day, but like once a week or every month, I'm gonna try to post a picture of me being someone besides myself, and not through like doing face swap or something like that, because I do face swap all the time, and I mean, I've been coming to this, I've been realizing this, that I've been kind of like, you know, I mean, it is just like, I know it's like I say, oh, I'm not human anymore. That's bullshit because I am a human. You know, this is starting to get really like, it's like I have to do something extreme to deal with it because it is such a big problem in my life that I have to do something that extreme to deal with. I mean, I would go out and get tattooed if it weren't for all the things about, oh, they will hire you if you have a tattoo, or if it wasn't so painful. I would do it. You know, I would, because, like, you know, but anyhow, just like, if I'm not here, it's like if in my mind, if I can think, okay, I'm not a human being, then there is no sex, there is no virginity. It's like, you know, it's like then there is none of that. I can trick myself into thinking that, and it's kind of disturbing, you know. I know it is like. Anyhow, what started all of this is I posted I posted something. I wanted advice on like Yahoo and Reddit, and basically everyone's telling me the same thing, that it's gonna take a real long fucking time just for me to have sex. Everybody was telling me the same thing. It's gonna take a really long time, which I was like, you know, I don't want to hear that because I want this taken care of now, you know, because I know it that pretty much my loved ones, you know, everyone that I care about in my life, they're all around me fucking, okay? Everybody is literally fucking around me, okay? I can go on my Snapchat and know that, okay, this person I follow on Snapchat is having sex right now and I'm not. You know, and the same thing goes for Instagram and so on and so forth. People that I look up to that are sort of role model figures, they're having a great sex life right now. Everything's great in their lives. You know, I mean, I could literally say that right now, and it's fucking true. There are people around me that are having sex, and I'm not. And I get jealous of them, okay? And it's not a good thing. I actually get really jealous of them, and I get mad at myself, and everything is just a fucking avalanche. It's not funny, okay? And it's not a good thing, so I actually told myself that it doesn't matter what mask I wear. I have a million masks. It doesn't matter what I wear. Same thing goes for when you put on a lot of makeup and then you say, oh, I'm a cat, oh, I'm a monster, or I'm a zombie, blah, blah, blah. Same thing. It's all the same fucking thing, okay? It's all, we're bringing what we feel inside out to surface, okay? And I'm gonna try to keep this Grim Reaper thing on social media funny so people don't actually realize the dark meaning behind it. That literally yesterday I was thinking about, like, you know, really dark things, and I'm really like, you know, that this virginity thing has taken so much of a toll on my mental health that I've actually progressed to this low point, and my mental health is in like decline. You know, I don't want people to realize that on social media, so, you know, I hashtag it LOL, LMFAO, LMAO, so people don't, like, be, like, you know, because it's actually pretty fucking dark. The whole meaning behind why I'm even doing that is pretty fucking dark, and I don't want to have to expose people to that, but I'm gonna continue to post Grim Reaper, or I'm gonna, when I can find my old, ghost masks from the movie Scream that I had when I was younger. I had all these masks when I was younger. This one is from 2000. I mean, I love all of these masks. Don Post Studios, it was probably a reproduction mask from a famous movie or something or whatever, but I love all my masks. But anyhow, I'm trying to keep it funny and upbeat on social media because I don't really want to have to, you know, expose people to the real meaning behind why I'm doing this. But anyhow, I kind of said that I'm gonna do this, like, almost every day or once a week or whatever. I'm gonna keep doing this up until I get my virginity broken, because I swear to God, I don't want to feel, I don't even want to feel my own emotions anymore. I don't want to feel envious of other people just because they're having sex and I'm not. I don't want to even feel my own emotions anymore. Like, whatever Anne is feeling, like, I literally don't even want to fucking feel that anymore. I just want to be numb, okay? If there were, like, you know, I don't even want to go there, okay? But, like, yeah, like, I don't want to feel what Anne is feeling right now, because what Anne is feeling is fucking painful, okay? It's fucking, like, it's fucking needles, okay? Like, I don't want to feel that, okay? I swear to God, it's like I could go on somebody's Instagram page and see them kissing, you know, and see them doing stuff that I really want to be doing right now. It's not so much the kissing thing, it's the fact that I don't want to be a virgin anymore. I want to be having sex. And when I see them do that, it makes me, you know, feel like, okay, you know, I'm so disgusted that I haven't even gotten that far yet. You know, and you know, it just, I told you, it's like, this shit's real, okay? Like, it's not funny. But anyhow, if you want to know why I'm even complaining about this, anyhow, I have tried to have sex and everything. I have. And I had a guy on Tinder that I was really close to almost hooking up with him. I was really close, but what happened is I realized that basically there are a ton of people out there that are just people that would probably, you know, that I don't trust them, you know, because there's things that they tell me about their past that make me question who they're gonna act like behind closed doors, you know. And I've had problems with every single guy I've ever been with. Like, even if I wasn't with them, even if I was just like, even if they may have passed at me and I said no, like, all the guys that have either asked me or that I've asked, I've always had problems with them. It's never been like a clear set forth, like, okay, we're gonna do this. No, it's never been that way, okay? It never has. I mean, like, I was fucking underage 2 years ago. I was under the age of 18 being called jailbait. All this fucking garbage. And, you know, oh yeah, like, I'm just gonna wake up and forget about that? Oh, hell no, okay? I'm carry that stuff with me over my shoulders, baby. I'm not just gonna let that go, you know? It's like, yeah, you called me that, now look at me, you know? Now look what you've done, you fucking idiot. You fucking asshole, look what you've done now. It's like, you know. Anyhow, let's see what the comments are. There are no comments. I guess YouNow's dead right now. It's some dead silence right now on YouNow or something. I don't know. So, I'm having I'm like, really, like, just, like, giving up already. I'm dealing with this. It's like, this is fucking unreal. I mean, like, these people on the internet think that I can deal with it. I can't. Okay? And the reason why they're telling me that I'm probably gonna have to wait a real long time before I get to that point is because I'm having a hard time. I'm not trying to find Mr. Right. Let me make that clear. I'm not. I'm just trying to find somebody who is a halfway decent human being, you know, somebody who is not going to leave me out in the middle of a fucking desert. Okay? And somebody that's gonna be, you know, alright to be around. And it's taking me this long. It's taken me this long. Like, so they're saying it's reality. I don't like to live in a fantasy world. I like to, I like to be real. I like to know what the reality situation is. And they said well, although it may look like I'm living, I know it looks like I'm fucking crazy. Yeah. I feel like I'm the product of a social experiment. Like, have you ever heard of the experiment that they did on monkeys to see, like, like, if they raise a monkey without giving it any affection or touching it, how the monkey will turn out? I feel like I'm in a test tube. I literally feel like cookie dough, and somebody came with their fucking rolling pins, and they're, like, rolling me out like a slab of cookie dough. Or I feel like the grass that's getting cut down by the tractor on the farm. Like, I literally feel like I was run down by some tractor or some, like, rolling pins, because, like, I just really, really, like, I'm so, like, I don't know how to fucking describe it, but it is really bad, okay? Because, like, I cannot literally cope with seeing people having the sex that I'm not having. It's like, great, you have a sex partner, you're having sex, and I'm not, I literally cannot I'm at a point where it's like, I have to be something other than human to see that. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna be seeing that, but I cannot be a human to see that, because I don't want to feel what Anne's feeling. I don't even want to feel my own feelings. I just want to, I just want to be like, okay. I just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna move on with the rest of my day. I have to be something, I have to dress up in a costume to kind of, like, that's my only way of ignoring it, is literally to fucking dress up in a costume and call myself, okay, I'm something other than a human. And that is so fucking, like, that is so fucking extreme and off the wall. I know, that is so fucking, that is fucked up. I know, that is so fucked up. I know, it's like, I'm literally so fucked up in the head right now because of the fact that, the way things are for me, and the amount of bad luck that I've had, and the amount of times that I've been mistreated by people, that's, like, what I have to do now just to deal with it. Because, yeah, the people who are giving me advice are most likely right. I'm not going to take it entirely to heart and say that they are right, because I may find someone tomorrow, but I really don't think that's going to happen, because, like, I think they're right, because, like, the reason why I didn't hook up with the last guy is, well, I'm not going to say exactly why, because I don't want to, I don't want this to come back to me, I don't want this to come back to me, but anyhow, I could just tell from what he said about his past that, in just, not just his past, but what he told me now, and everything, and it's just, I would be putting myself in a situation where I would be endangering myself, because it's like I hardly know this guy, and he's already straight up telling me this stuff that is giving me, like, like I'm already getting, like, not social anxiety nerves. These nerves are entirely different. Like, you just sense somebody's bad news or whatever, it's that, yeah. But I'm not gonna put myself in a situation where I know that the other person's not a good person. I know that they're a bad person, and I'm not gonna put myself in a situation where, I could literally, if I put myself in a situation like that, I could literally come out of that situation not being the same from when I was in it. Like, I could, like, yeah, it could be really bad. I never know what I'm gonna be faced with, and I could be, you know, in a situation where I'd be fighting for my life. You know, if I'm just saying dangerous people are not good. And in regards to my ex, I almost did. I mean, he led me on, so, like, he was supposed to be my backup if nothing else worked out, and I got bad news. I literally haven't looked ever since the phone call on Tinder went bad. I haven't been looking because I've just been in this kind of mode where I've been doing a lot of self-reflection, kind of like asking a lot of questions, getting a lot of advice, because there's a lot of that phone call brought up a lot of things that I was concerned about, and those things I wasn't even thinking about. I didn't even know it, but yeah, it's and plus school was ending, and I had to finish up my tests and everything, and it literally turned from a break to not being online for an entire month or something like that. I thought it was just going to be a break, but it didn't turn into a whole month of not being active with online dating and not looking. And now I am gonna, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, if I tell myself that I'm not gonna be human and I'm not gonna try to feel what Anne is feeling, I'm not gonna try to think about what Anne thinks or what Anne feels, or I'm not gonna try to think what Anne's thoughts are. You know, if I go into this whole Grim Reaper costume, whatever it is, it can be a ghost, it can be anything, it doesn't really matter. And I go looking just like that, I'm probably gonna let go a lot of my fears and a lot of my worries and a lot of the stuff that is holding me back. I'm probably gonna let it all go anyways. But I can't talk to the phone wearing that costume. I gotta take the mask off because the mask muffles your voice, you know. But it is, yeah. And part of the problem is I have really, really low self-confidence. I have, okay, because of the way other people have treated me, you know, in a way, like, you know, my ex told me that he was gonna have sex with me, and then I realized that he was lying the whole time. So, because of the way people treat me, and because of the situations I've been in, and because of what I've been exposed to, and especially because of the jailbait thing growing up, being called that, and a slew of all other names, really low self-confidence, it's really hard to believe in myself that I can do this, you know. So when I wear a costume and have this whole thing about tricking myself into thinking that I'm not human anymore, that I'm some other being, it really can, you know. I mean, I hate to admit this, but furries, you do the same thing. Furries essentially do the same thing, and I actually used to be a furry, I'm not even kidding, and I mean, nowadays, I want to do something a little edgier, okay, but even when I was being a furry, I was doing something a little edgier too, because I had this werewolf mask I would wear, and I'd say I was a werewolf, you know, and I had this really cool looking werewolf mask I wear. That's a little edgier. It's not like, oh, I'm cute, fluffy puppy. No. It's I'm edgier than that. Like, that's not me, you know. But what I'm doing now is even more edgier. You know, it's like, I'm not furry at all. You know, I'm not trying to be one anymore. I'm over that. But yeah, I've been doing this for years, you know. I mean, I've been like ever since I first heard of furries, I think it was on the Howard Stern show. I think I was like 15 or something, 15 or, yeah, it was 14. No, I was 14. When I first heard of furries, I was 14. So, yeah, I was like a furry when I was like 14 years old, and then, like, I just did videos of my werewolf mask all the way up until last year, and then this year I kind of stopped. Not I think I don't even think there's one video from this year in the werewolf mask. I think this year being 19, I've completely stopped, but I'm gonna be something even edgier, you know. Anyhow, I've been doing this all along, but I never actually tricked myself into. I never actually came this far and came to this conclusion that I'm gonna trick myself into being something else other than a human, and literally believe it and kind of like manifest it and kind of like let go of all of this extra baggage that I'm carrying on my back and all these fears and worries and all these past experiences. If I can do that and just let that go, then that's a really good thing, because I have sadness. Oh yeah, yeah, I can be really fucking happy when I'm having a good time, but then, if someone yells at me, I can get really fucking depressed and go inwards, and it literally can just swing from one thing to another just like that. And I mostly blame that on being a virgin, and, I don't know the way people treat me, all that are garbage, but I hope I get past all this after I lose my virginity, because my ex said that I just need to move on and lose my virginity already, but he doesn't know how difficult that really is for someone my age, because of the fact that, I can't even go in a bar. Being 19, I can't even go in the bar. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay, and I've been using all this stuff like Tinder, but I did talk with a guy on there, and I told my dad what I heard, and he told me. I even asked my dad. I wasn't even sure if I should move on or not, because I'm so desperate. I'm desperate. It's like, and he told me, yeah, I should move on and look for someone else. And ever since then, I just kind of like, I've been all I've been doing is just like asking questions. And school was ending too at the same time. My first year of college was also ending, and I did also finish all these tests, but it literally turned from a break into like a whole month of not looking and just asking questions, and I realized that I've been asking questions for logical reasons, like fears of getting pregnant and fears of getting STDs. Those are logical reasons to ask questions, but there's like an underlying force behind all this that I just really am lacking self-confidence and, being able to believe in myself that I can do it, that I can find somebody that is gonna be, that's gonna be just fine, not perfect. I'm never gonna say perfect. That's not even fucking up for grabs right now. But, I mean, like, I've been just literally lacking the power to say I can. You know what I mean? The power to say I can. Like, you're like, I can't do it. People don't want me to win. People want me to fail, blah, blah, blah. That whole, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you lack the power to say I can. Like, let's say somebody told you to go. Let's say you were on TV doing a stunt or whatever. You're on one of those shows where they have you do real dangerous stunts, like you're in a helicopter or whatever, what have you not. Swimming in the ocean with sharks, whatever. Doing something really dangerous, and you're fearful of that, and, so the whole thing is, like, I'm lacking the power to say I can and stuff, but anyhow, this, like, virginity thing has caused so much grief and depression and everything. And society, the way they stereotype, especially female versions, makes me really angry. Angry to the point where I don't want to interact with people anymore. Like, I feel lonely too, that's part of it. I do have some friends. In fact, I was just talking to one of my friends a couple of days ago. I have a friend in a grocery store I was talking to just a couple of days ago, but I'm lonely too, so that's another thing. But anyhow, if I can just trick myself into not trying to push myself away from these emotions and everything, I'm gonna do a lot better, because I'm not gonna succeed being depressed. I'm not gonna succeed you know, the whole way they depict virgins anyways, the whole way they depict that anyways, is the girl being like she's like a goody good Christian, or I'm not saying that all Christian people are not saying that. I'm just saying common stereotypes of female virgins, what they are, okay? And I mean, yeah, I mean, you can just Google female virgin on Google and you can get a good idea. And all you have to do is just see some 80s movies, or just see some movies, you know. I mean, ask other people, you know. Just read some internet articles on it, and you'll get pretty fucking angry if you're in my shoes, you know. But if you're most likely not in my shoes, so you're probably not gonna get mad, you know. But I get pretty fucking angry about it, okay. And a lot of times I often get so depressed, and I get so pissed off that it often, you know, negates what I'm trying to do. It puts me in an even worse situation, and if I can just trick myself into trying to push myself away from all this, the emotions, the past experiences, all the doubts and all the negativity, if I can just push myself away from that. And the fact that I'm mostly doing this because it's a known fact that I'm probably going to be a virgin up until my 20s. To me, that's terrible, because like I've been wanting to lose my virginity ever since I was 13 years old. So I've had all this like sexual energy bottled up inside, I've had all these things kind of bottled up in me, and I haven't been able to. And then everybody around me, you know, and I'm watching their stories, and I'm seeing that they're fucking and I'm not. And it's literally that important to me. You would be shocked. Okay. It is, you know, it's incredible. I mean, it's actually gotten to this point. I mean, instead of people just laughing at me, telling my own experience and everything, why don't you just fuck me already? You know, that's my perspective on it. It's like, why don't you just, you know, why don't you just, like, do it already then, you know? But another problem that I have is, and this isn't, I don't know if this is a problem or what, this is a thing that I'm worried about, is STDs, and I really want my partner to get tested first before having sex with me. So, you know, it's like, when the next person I talk to on the phone or whatever, the next person that I try to pursue, they should be okay with that. You know, it's like, you know, I heard a lot of guys don't want to go through that. It's another fucking problem. So, I really want to stay safe and everything, and I don't want to get pregnant or get an STD. And I mean, I've been tracking my cycle for about a month now, you know, with the whole ovulation thing, the period thing, so I know all about that. And I have a basal body thermometer in my drawer. I actually haven't been using it. I should use it, but I really, you know, yeah, there's that. So this tremendous responsibility comes with it, but let alone just finding somebody who will actually not give me an STD, you know, and actually be somebody who is nice, you know, and not somebody who I have to fear them leaving me in the desert or them getting violent or whatever. You know, if I see signs that the person can be really violent, that's a deal breaker. You know, because, like, if I see signs, you know, that you could actually lash out on me, and I can hear it, and I can see it, and that's a deal breaker. Okay. And another thing with people leading me on to, like, you know, so that's why people are saying that it's going to take me a real long time. Plus, I don't have any connections with people. I don't have a lot of friends. And I've been reading a lot of articles about how girls have been getting their virginities broken. Well, this probably happened a long time ago, but this one girl said that she was in a group with another females, and like she had a group of female friends. Okay, she had like a big group of like female friends, and they helped her or something. They helped guide her through it, and I think they helped found the guy for her and everything. And I think most of the time that's actually what happens. Is like your female friends will help you, or if you have guy friends that are willing to be more than just friends with you, that are actually willing to get out of the friend zone. You know, that can be another thing. See, most of my guy friends are in the friend zone. They're not coming out of the friend zone. Okay, so that's the problem. It's them, not me. It's not me. It's them. They want to put me in the friend zone, you know. And another problem that I have is I mostly like guys who are older for a lot of reasons. I've been like this since I was 12. I talked about this a lot. That is probably the biggest single reason why I'm still a virgin. The biggest single reason why. Even if I don't want to face it. And I've been thinking about maybe, you know, putting that on the back burner. Because I'm having a real struggle finding a guy who will get tested, who, you know, all they have to do is have sex with me on a day that I'm not ovulating or having my period. I'm having a real struggle finding a guy who's going to be fair to me, basically, and not try to use me for anything else other than sex. Cause I found a lot of people who actually want me to be in a committed, you know, I've dealt with all sorts of shit. You know, this one guy wanted me to be in a committed relationship with him after sleeping with him one time. Okay, I've had all kinds of shit thrown on my fucking table. Okay, I you know, and I know it's taking a toll on my mental health, probably making me crazy. But anyhow, I'm literally just barely putting up with it. And I told you the littlest thing upsets me. Like, the littlest thing will set me off and have me crying myself to sleep. And I'll be crying when I get up, and I'll get a nightmare too on top of it. And by the way, I before I end this video, I actually had a dream last night that someone who's dead, a dead rock star, told me if I sleep with too many people that I will get a disease or something like that. And I don't know. I know Muhammad Ali died yesterday. I was pretty sad too, so that probably is another reason why I got depressed really easily, because everybody's like mourning because of that, and it probably kind of contributed to my sad mood that I was already in, because my dad was fixing a light bulb and he snapped at me. So it's just like one little thing could literally like make me an emotional, just one little thing. It's all it takes. It just takes one little thing. It's just like one little thing, and it's something that doesn't even matter. You know, even if it doesn't even matter, even if it's not even something, it just takes one little thing. And yeah, I find that really bothers me. I'm gonna try to have a thicker skin. And you know what? People have been telling me that since like my freshman year of high school, that I need to have a thicker skin, and I just don't seem to get it. It never seems to happen. And I think again, it's because of the fact that I'm a virgin, and it's like I'm going inwards with it. I can't deal with the burden of it anymore. I can't. It's so problematic, you know, and I get jealous of other couples just like that. You wouldn't believe how jealous I can get, you know. You wouldn't believe the problems that I suffer, you know. Especially seeing other people, especially when people come to me and brag to me about how much sex they have and rub it in my face and rub their adult lives in my face. And that's been happening since I was like 12 years old. People have been rubbing it in my face that they're having sex. Oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that and you can't because you're too young. Like, that's been happening since I was like fucking 11 or 12. and it's been going on and on and on. Maybe it's been happening. You know, honestly, I could go back even further in my childhood and say it's been happening even earlier. It's probably been happening since I've been, you know, I can't place an age on it, but I remember one incident when I was 10 that kind of happened. So it is such a, I mean, a lot of people don't know what this is like, because a lot of people do lose their virginity at a young age and get it over with. If you did, it's actually a really healthy thing to lose your virginity at a young age, for the most part. For some people it isn't. I mean, honestly, you don't want to go through this. Like, a lot of you are laughing. You don't even know what this is like. Like, someone, like, there's a rock star that I really idolize, okay, and I've met him, like, a couple of times. Like, he lost his virginity, like, when he was, like, 13 or, no, 9. He lost his virginity when he was 9. Okay, so he wouldn't know what this is like. You wouldn't understand this. You know, I'm not saying that you're laughing at me, but it's like you don't understand this. You don't really truly know how painful this is, what this is like to go through this. You know, and to, you don't, you know, you haven't lived a day of your life to really, you haven't even been a virgin for a day in your life. So, for people who are literally born fucking, I don't think that you're gonna even be able to really realize just how much this has really made my life more than just a living hell. How this is really, you know, how this has really made me a lot of things, okay? I can't even, I'm lost for words. It's just, it's so painful. Okay. I don't even know if the camera's still recording anymore. Oh, it is. Okay, I'm gonna end this video now, because, like, the people who have literally been having sex since day one, nobody was having sex as a baby, okay? But I'm just saying, for most of you that have had sex from a very early age, no matter, even if it, I mean, for those of you who got raped, it probably doesn't count. Okay. I mean, I don't know. That's not going to that topic, but anyhow, well, most of you have been having sex since a young age. Really, I don't want to say that you can't understand the misery and everything, but it's gonna be tremendously hard for you to really get it. And that's what's so hard about this, because this is like because most people are, okay, most people haven't been a virgin not half of their lives, but most people haven't been a virgin for, like, you know, most people have lost it at a young age. So this is really hard to explain to people, because in a way it's like a mental illness, you know, because you didn't see, like, okay, fine.
And we're probably going to go to Sloppy tomorrow, Pasadena, because you don't wash your hair today.
Does she have any fucking idea that I'm doing a video? No. Okay. She has no idea I'm doing a video. I don't think I need to go any further with this. You know, because I think, I mean, the people who aren't going to get it aren't going to get it, and I'm not going to sit there and badger you until you get it, because it's just a waste of my fucking time, especially if you're not going to get it. It's just a waste of my fucking time, because you're not going to get it. You know, you're gonna continue to rub it in my face. You're gonna continue to talk about it. You're gonna continue to blow it up in front of me. And do you understand that you being in a committed relationship, how it affects me, and that like so you're in a committed relationship, so it's not like you're gonna be able to have sex with me anyways, because that's cheating. But anyhow, some people literally will not have sex with me, but will blow it up in my face how much sex they are having, but they won't even touch me. Really? Really? That's real nice. Go rot in hell for all I care, okay? Go rot in hell. That is just about the worst thing that any one of you have ever done to me. I mean, like, that's just about the worst thing that anybody has ever done to me. I mean, like, I don't understand human beings, how you could do such a thing like that. It is so mean, you know. And I look at me, I'm not in good shape. I mean, like, my mental health is really on the decline. I mean, I hope I'm gonna find somebody soon, but I don't think the soon part is happening. I'm gonna continue looking every day if I can, okay? And I'm gonna go in the costume if I have to and be something other than a human being, to forget about my emotions, to forget about what I'm feeling, to forget about the past, because it's literally the only fucking way I can do it, is I have to trick myself into being something other than. Okay? I'm done. I'm done. Okay? I'm gonna get back into my Grim Reaper costume for the hell of it, and I'm just gonna try to keep it funny, because people really don't know what the meaning of it is, and I want it to be that way, because if you knew, you would probably be leaving. I don't know.
I'm sorry about what happened.
I don't even know I'm making a video. Probably eavesdropping. Yeah, you know, if this is what I have to do.